Hi, what's up guys? Today I'm going to be putting the engine back inside the Mini. Pretty much I'm going to be trying to get this big 2 litre turbo diesel engine into this little Mini Cooper. Now what we've got the heater matrix hoses. We've got the gear shift selector cable, we've got the exhaust pipe, and we've also got some diesel flow and return lines, air conditioning pipes. So all this stuff we'll need to be very careful when we're putting the engine back into the car. What I've done in the meantime is I've secured the fuse box with some cable ties so that they're out of the way, and I've also put the air conditioning pipe here for the suction line out the way as well. I'm going to start by dropping the engine down slightly, and then I'll just push the engine hoist with the engine attached in towards the car, and then we'll take it from there.
Style is the answer to everything. A fresh way to approach a dull or dangerous thing. To do a dangerous thing with style is what I call art.
Right, I've got the engine and transmission into the engine bay. Now the left hand side, if I'm looking towards the car at the moment, engine mount, I've got the bolt up through the hole, so I just need to put the nut on there. I won't tighten it up just yet, and then I'm going to put the transmission engine mount onto the chassis of the car, and then leave that loose, and then just move things around until I get everything in the right position. One transmission engine mount, this is the engine side engine mount, and also there is an air strap here which has to get nut and bolted onto here. That way we've got a good earth, good ground. And this engine mount here pretty much has to go on here. So there's bolts there on the inner wing, on the fender. So I'll try and do this with one hand. It's going to be difficult. Right, so we've lined up the engine mount, and I'm going to put in the small bolt first, hand tight, and 2 longer bolts that go down into the chassis, and then the little bolt here for the engine mount transmission. So what I'm doing here is I'm just simply removing the engine hoist, removing the chains from the engine block, and then pulling the engine hoist out of position and away from the car. Right, what I need to do now is fit the rear engine mount to the subframe, and then that's the engine, that'll be the engine in. Okay, so let's do this. This is the engine mount here, okay? Okay, so it's pretty self-explanatory. We've got a blue pipe and a black pipe. And it's just push fit, like so. Job done. Obviously when we start the engine up, we'll check this for leaks, okay? So pretty much I'm going to shove the drive shaft through into the transmission, line up the splines, push it inside the transmission splines, and then attach the CV, the constant velocity joint, onto the hub. And then once that's in place and the suspension is mounted, I'll then tighten up the 2 Torx bolts that hold the carrier bearing onto the engine. And that is the T50 Torx bolt. As you can see, it's pretty close to that rear engine mount there. So I'm probably going to have to take the rear engine mount out, just at the one side, and then tighten that nut, tighten that bolt in, that T50 bolt in, and then refit the engine mount. So we take the the T50 Torx, and we just tighten this on, if I can find it. Okay. And then the one at the top, which, as I say, I don't know why BMW thought that this was a good idea. So I'm going to use the wrench. Get in there. Oh, jeez. Little quarter tons. Okay. That's solid. Right. Just got to line up the holes for the engine mounts. There we go. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I'm just finishing off, tightening everything up and making sure everything's good to go before I try and start the car. Flat battery. And there you have it, guys. That's the car now running. I'm going to obviously do some more checks and check the temperature. But thanks for watching.